Hey, welcome to this sketchbook tour. It's a little unconventional in the sense that it's not actually a sketchbook, but a digital folder full of drawings. I thought it would be fun to show off. They go back pretty far, which really shows my improvement. This first drawing was a small scribble my little brother said he could easily copy. How did he do? I actually like his simple style. The next three I drew in one sitting because I was frustrated my skill level was so much lower than traditional or with the laptop clickpad. Also the evolution of me drawing Gojo. I'm experimenting with color and quite like this, but the sketch is buried under the color. Gojo 2. Then I got so frustrated I just scribbled and it turned out pretty intense. It felt great to let go of the slow, cautious movements of the tablet. Eren Yeager obsession. This guy here is King Azul, my OC. This was an activity in expressing freedom without a reference for fun or stressing about it looking bad. Drawing little glowing details is fun. This was in the same sitting. Very quick and inspired by the cute outfit she's in. That I own. Please ignore the feet, ha ha ha. I ended up loving the wing effect. The overlapping colors are so pretty. That time I wanted to start a webcomic, a phase all artists go through. I got burned out from not using all the tools and brushes they use to speed up the process. I still love her hair, but her eyes are huge. And her hands are not cute. Every time I try to draw something cute it comes out horrifying instead. I tried to simplify my process by using a more 2D, anime style, sacrificing some detail. King Azul again, sketch practice. There is something ethereal and haunting about this girl, like an Egyptian goddess. No reference used, just fun. Exploring different brushes. This is a fantasy version of my view whilst trapped in my room with that virus. This is Killua. I wanted to try and draw something good but was still frustrated by my limits despite all the practice. I do like the mood and depth though, especially his eye. This is the first I actually liked. And I didn't until a stranger commented on how much they loved it. That made me see the good in it, and now I love so much about it despite not being detailed. It's an artistic interpretation of my new haircut, which hadn't been this short in about 15 years. I felt new and free. Similarly, this was drawn in summer while school was out. Reflecting my burst of inspiration and life. It became somewhat psychedelic and hypnotic. This was drawn after a big Bakugo moment in the manga. It was supposed to cheer me up, but a dark mood sunk through and it now appears haunting and wrong. It doesn't feel like his character, more an impersonator. It's uncanny. The paintings in the back are famous artist copies. Color palette play. All have a slight dark feeling. This tone is finally different, more epic and electric. Here is a Halloween costume idea. This was again an attempt at a neater, minimalist anime style. But it's plain like my old MS Paint art. It does not hold up against my artistic vision. Study from a photo. This has a video. Do check it out. It's a very different style, but I like it. Blurry screenshot because I lost the original WA. Probably my first successful clean, anime-style drawing. Opened a lot of doors once I figured this out. Here's a whole load of challenge stuff I did every day in October, mostly quick and low quality. I just had fun. Focusing more on idea prompts more than techniques. Now it gets exciting. I have some strong ideas, just lack the skill to achieve them. This is fine because it's a base that I can go over when I have art block or CBA to sketch or find a reference. I think I can turn it into a very cool piece. The same with this. An outfit to a meeting drawn whilst in a cafe waiting for it to start. I remember the Christmas music playing over chatter and the mint hot chocolate I had while drawing. Random kitty, quick and easy. This was Draw Your Monster Challenge on Instagram. It tells you what color to do the hair, skin, how many eyes, etc. She's a cute girl. Makima and Power. Chainsaw Girlies. There was a phase before I read the manga where I really liked Makima. I quite liked how this turned out, though the style is a bit strange. This was a random drawing without a reference, but you can see I'm getting more comfortable with the drawing tablet bit by bit. I then got more into adding small details. Here I drew out all the diamonds and I love how the colors mix on the skin. I do think the result is a bit cluttered and one tone, but I can have fun fixing it in the future. Inspired by a random picture I saw of zebra. I had to repaint them and added a mysterious character at the center. It seems this kitty was a turning point in my art. Finally getting better. This becomes one of my favorite pieces. First, I clearly struggle with the background. I later decided to completely get rid of that cursed window I redrew at least 10 times. The palace now looks deeper and more enchanting. And of course I added ulky aura and a more romantic lighting. She is a captive, yet there is warmth in the atmosphere. I then got into redrawing old pictures. Like this digitally colored pencil sketch of power. Thanks to zooming, I can add way more details than the little e-notebook sketch. Likewise, this original Archie is an idea but flawed. I don't redraw it until a while later because I got stumped on Asuka. It became a question of how I improve old drawings. The minimal version wasn't too bad, but it wasn't impressive. The dark light felt wrong and I wasn't satisfied. Improved Archie. And Asuka gets complete facial surgery. I found this face prettier, so finally left it alone. The same issue was found with this Yuzuha. Drawn while Tokyo Revengers 2 was airing. After all these shadows and details, I ended up preferring this simpler version. What do you think? OMG, an actual sketch in this so-called sketchbook. I had high hopes for this, but it ended up unfinished. One day I could finish it, but Griffith requires a certain headspace. I always admire other artists' atmospheric berserk fan arts though. No reference, just polishing some skills. This is the first I've done that's actually bright and cute looking, not creepy. The actual brush strokes are messy, but I'm learning how to shape them into an actual image. My love affair begins with a narrow, pointy brush. I decided to redraw a Sakura's flashback that lives in my head a lot. I really liked the OST they play with this scene and the sweet, precious feeling of first friendships. I stumbled across this picture from the movie Road to the Ninja where their characters are opposites, and I used it as a quick style experiment. Somehow it looks like an image from a horror light novel. This is a direct redraw from a mid-motion anime screenshot. I like the color work around his face, in the cloak and the shape of his hair. I think I prefer the composition cropped like this. I was not the only one redrawing this manga panel of Gojo saying he wouldn't lose. The fight's still going, so fingers crossed. Never finished. Likely never will, but it was a happy Denji power moment. Please enjoy this bright yet creepy painting. That's not an eye, it's an egg. Got to add some flavor to this meal. Almost done now. Bachira study focused on lighting and skin colors. Before, something felt off. After, straightened up his face and improved the posture and background details, though I don't hate the original. A few days later I made this, which is quite ambitious. The background alone took over an hour, but I enjoyed putting in the work. It's inspired by Shippuden ending 38. Now I associate it with that song. This is a moment of solitude and reflection for him, but also hope as he sees the beauty of this world and those in it. More relaxed. But polished is this quick happy power in a cute top I saw and wanted. I am finally happy with my ability to put the art in my mind into a tablet drawing. This sketchbook really shows the struggles leading up to this progress. This was that limited palette challenge to do with friends. I chose Howl. It looks cheery, happy and bright, which is good because my art tends to get moody. And last, a very quick illustration I colored, exploring the busy, sticker style I see on Insta a lot. That's all as of now. Thanks for watching. If you had a favorite, least let me know in the comments, smiley face.